I used to do Ren and Stimpy for Marvel for the first year and a half, and I got so used to that policy that when you did a signing and Spider-Man came with you, or Captain America, or Doctor Strange, or She-Hulk, or whoever, it was a Marvel employee. That Marvel would never send the costumes out to have anyone put them on. I thought every company was like that. And I'm doing the signing for Ren and Stimpy. And in St. Louis, we were going from store to store to store to store, and Nickelodeon had sent out Ren and Stimpy costumes, like big Mickey Mouse, you know, really nice ones. And I'm at the first store, and the person putting on the red costume was this smoking hot girl. And she comes over and she's all like, "Oh, Tommy, I love the book. I read every issue of Ren and Stimpy. You're so funny." I'm like, "What are you doing?" As I'm signing, I'm flirting with Ren. And it was separate cars, so I keep getting driven ahead, and the big box of all the costumes are in a different car, and they're following me. And as we go from store to store all day in St. Louis, I keep hitting on Ren. And on the last store, the person takes off the mask, and it's this big, sweaty guy. What are you doing? And I've been hitting on different people all day. In that world. Yeah, the only thing worse was that after doing all these signings and signings and signings, we were really over-promoting Ren and Stimpy. And I was getting lonely because I was going from like state to state to state. I didn't know anybody. And when we were doing some stuff in upstate New York, I started sleeping editor, like, "Come with me so I have someone to talk to." And he's like, "Sure." It was the worst thing I could have done because, this story stuck. We went, this one place they had me do a signing was for a book fair. And we were at the Marvel booth at that book fair, and it was in half of a very large high school gymnasium. And the other half, they had a city division gymnastics meet going on at the same time. And it was for both high school and college gymnastics. And I'm signing stuff, and I'm, you know, shooting the breeze with Carlos, and this woman shows up, and she's in this gymnast leotard. She's got the chalk still on her. She's gorgeous, you know, like Icelandic featured, blonde, flowing hair, and gorgeous one. And she's got a stack of Ren and Stimpy comic books. And she goes, "When I heard you were here, I ran home. I got all my Ren and Stimpy comics. I finished the meet. I come back. I just had to meet you. Will you please sign?" I'm like, "Oh, sure, I'm signing this. I'm signing it." Simple. Is that high school gymnastics or college gymnastics? I was in my 20s. And she's like, "High school." And I go, "Oh." And I go in the office the next day. Every single person was like, "So Dan, is that high school gymnastics or college gymnastics?" It's fun working for Marvel. Now I went totally off the beaten path. Any spicy questions? Any spicy stuff? Yeah.
Is there anything that you really, really want to work on, or a character you really, really want to do
Moon
that
Knight.
you won't let you?
Moon Knight. Love Moon Knight. I'm the biggest Moon Knight freak. I have a friend who is totally into Captain America, and he has every single appearance in any comic, starting from Avengers 4, not the timely stuff. I am that way with Moon Knight. If Moon Knight appears in a panel, I have to own it. I just love Moon Knight. Yeah, we were at some big summit, and Joe Quesada was talking to everybody. And he was passing the mic around. We were doing some kind of podcast thing. I don't think it ever aired. And he was asking everybody around the room, like, if you could work on any one Marvel character, what would you work on? And everyone around the table went Spider-Man, 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 Spider-Man. Went to JMS, who was doing Spider-Man at the time, went Spider-Man. And it gets to me like a Moon Knight. And I'm like, what? Love Moon Knight. You know, I think part of that was also I didn't think anyone would ever let me work on Spider-Man. What's the rules? But you know, there's something about Moon Knight. Moon Knight was Spidey was my favorite since I was like 7 or 8. Moon Knight, I just had this mad Moon Knight. The idea that I could jump into this hero and get every adventure. I could start at the ground floor. You know, there's something very attractive about that. So when I was in high school, I loved all the Doug Minch, Bill Sienkewicz Moon Knights. that was the first time that Marvel Essential came out, and I got mad. Because I got all those. I worked hard to get those, to find those black and white Moon Knight backups from the Rampaging Hulk magazine. Those were near impossible to buy, and now you just give them away. You know? But no, oh man, I love Moon Knight. He's Batman, but he's in the Marvel Universe, which means he can screw up. Batman can screw up. I love Batman, but if my take, I've written Batman, if you write Batman, if Batman's in the room, no one dies. At least when I write him. If Batman's, it's kind of like Captain America. Batman finds a way. Batman gets it done. That's Batman's superpower, is that he just does it right. He can fail a little bit before you put him in the wood chipper, but then he gets out of the wood chipper and he wins. But in the end, he always, you know, he's the best, the best, the best. And I like that character being in the Marvel Universe, Batman with feet of clay. And I love all the extra bits about him, the multiple personalities, he's crazy, you know, there's all these neat elements about him. I like that I got to jump in at the start. At one point I went to work at Acclaim Comics, and Don Perlman was the art director there. And when they introduced me to everyone, they're walking me around, and this is Don Perlman, and went, "You created Moon Knight!" And he did in Werewolf by Night, and he kind of went, "Yes." When I was working at Marvel, like my first week or so, Bill Sienkewicz was by, and he was popping his head in all the offices and just saying hello. And he popped his head in the office I was a college intern in. And my assistant editor was there, "Oh, Bill, and all this there, intern, hi." And I was just ooh. The minute he left and the door was closed, I was like, "Yeah, bitch." I was all happy. And then this hand came out from nowhere. "Don't ever do that, fanboy stuff again." I was like, okay. So yeah, Moon Knight, love Moon Knight. Hi, yeah.
How do you choose the different artists for the different Spider-Man